Hello everyone and welcome to the Richmond International Raceway for the 6th race of the Sundrop Cup Series season, the Goody's Fast Relief 400 at Richmond. Out on pole is Ryan Butcher in that 83, scoring his second pole of the season. Butcher has not been off to a great start this year, but in that 83 car for Shade Burkhart Racing, he wants to get himself to the front, try to win this race, try to set him up for a possible wildcard slot as the weeks close in on the chase. But alongside him, a fan favorite return after last week starting second, led some laps at Road America. DJ Gibson will start on the front row once again here in the 53 on his return to the NSDCA. He's looking to get it done today here at Richmond, rolling off in that second position. A lot more drivers in this field, though. Gatlin Downey rolling off fourth. A great run for him in that new Texas Roadhouse colors there. We're going to go to the helicopter cam here. But Alex Peters, a research and development R&D car for the 93 team, which is for Shade Burkhart Racing. KT Larson drove this car last week, crashed it out just like a lot of people at Road America. But Alex Peters rolls off 10th today here at Richmond with this car. It's great to see there. Further back, Carson Bowers unites again with Aflac, but in this 30 car, Irving Allison, who has had a abysmal start to say the least in the Crown Royal Truck Series. Outside of the top 30 in points, he's right now starting 11th in the Shade Burkhart Racing 30 this weekend, looking to run better than he did at Memphis. Jay Jefferson sporting the Lowe's Pro number 48 this weekend. There is last week's winner, Colton Lane. Alongside him is the Sundrop 500 winner in Tip Foster. Those guys starting back there in the 17th and 18th positions. And in 20th is Kyle Corbett for Tony Zhang Motorsports in that number 75 that he drove in Memphis. Cody Smart rolling off 21st. The team has made an announcement that they will be running this car mostly start and park the rest of the season, though they will fulfill their sponsorship obligations with other teams as they go down, with other drivers as they go down this season. Mathis Wells right behind him in that Smart Motorsports number 72, the Bang Energy Drink car. Cody Goforth is off to a blinding start. First 5 races, an average finish of 11th, only sitting 16 points out of the race lead. Was not planned to go full-time this season. Now he is, and now he's a championship threat. Third in points right now, but he starts very far back in the 25th position. Joseph Strigley, he was trying to go full-time this year, especially after that great Atlanta run that he had, coming home 19th with his getting one of his best career finishes in the NSDCA. He's now the last of all full-time drivers in the points. He is 26th. Of course, DJ Gibson, also a full-time driver in the points, but he did miss the first races out with an injury. Joseph Strigley rolls off back here in the 27th position in that 63 car. Alongside him, Dwayne Rockefeller, an unplanned start here, but the 51 needed a driver. Kyle Corbett Motorsports stepped up and gave Dwayne Rockefeller a chance here at Richmond to go back racing. Zachary DeLello in the KCMG number 57. Further back, Austin Murray is in that Johnny Lightning number 91, a sponsor that jumped on board when Logan Cloud was still here. Aiden Smith and Riley Spurleytube, your bottom 3 with Austin Murray. Those guys are going to have to fight their way from the back. We're getting ready to go racing here at the Goody's Fast Relief 400 at Richmond. It's going to be a 105 lap race, 5 laps more than Memphis was a couple weeks ago, but we are ready to get the commands to go racing here at Richmond, the first stop of 2 this season here at Richmond. Let's go ahead down trackside for the commands to fire the engines at the Goody's Fast Relief 400.
Drivers, start your engines!
Pepsi and the NSDCA have teamed up this season to bring you the Pepsi Pole Award for the fastest qualifier in all 26 Sundrop Cup Series races this season. This week, for the second time, it's Ryan Butcher here in this inaugural Cup Series season. It's here at Richmond, trying to get his first win in almost 3 years. Can this 83 team finally put the pieces together and take home the victory? Find out now in the Goody's Fast Relief 400 at Richmond. With that, the engines are fired here at Richmond. The Goody's Fast Relief 400 rolling off for 105 laps around the Richmond International Raceway. Out in front is Ryan Butcher. Alongside him, DJ Gibson, Matty Porta, Gatlin Downey, Yepes, Eves, Wallace Jr., Morris, Eli Bright making his first start in the 28 this season, and Alex Peters are your top 10. Bright, a previous winner in the Crown Royal Truck Series here in the number 28 truck. Ryan Butcher, though, will be leading us down. Only 33 cars in this grid, making it the smallest grid we've had, I believe, since Atlanta. Atlanta was the other 33-car field here. So we'll see how many will be at the end of this one. Atlanta was a wild race. Richmond has always put on a great show. We'll see how it will be this year. Ryan Butcher and DJ Gibson leading us down. First and second, Porta and Downey right behind him. Green flag is in the air, and we are racing here at Richmond. Right off the bat for the Goodies Fast Relief 400. Gibson tries to go down, clear himself in front of Porta. Porta's going to get a move done, but Butcher is going to pull away in that 83 out into the race lead. Yepes in the 77, Stephen Wallace Jr. in the 65, right behind them as they go single file on that bottom line, trying to conga their way past DJ Gibson and the 35 of Gatlin Downey. But out in front, Ryan Butcher starting to pull away. 2 laps into this race already. Side by side for that second position or third position between Yepes and Gibson. Now Gibson drops back. Wallace Jr. up on top there. They're 3 wide. Cody Smart and Carter Friesen. They're bouncing off of each other back there. The O2 car better not crash himself out before this race even gets going. Jacob Edson now last, but Ryan Butcher trying to pull away from Porta. Now Yepes, Stephen Wallace Jr. Look at Eli Bright in the 28, looking to the inside of Stephen Wallace Jr. That is for that 4th position. He's going to try to clear Kukulon on the back of the 30 of Irving Allison as the field comes on around. Irving Allison all over the back of Eli Bright, pushing him through, and that's going to be 4th, 5th, and possibly 6th as Stephen Wallace Jr. is going to drop back even more. Ryan Butcher out in front in this 83 as they run right now. Now Eli Bright looking to the inside of Yepes. That's side by side for that 3rd position, and that's going to be Bright's spot. Caution is out. There is a yellow on track. So that was quick, but we are under our first caution of the day. 4 laps into this one only. And Carter Friesen, he has some rear end damage to that 85 car. Dusty Neal's on the bottom. Might be a flat tire on the 94 of Neal. It doesn't look like it was part of the accident, but he is going to bring himself on down pit road this time. 4 laps into this event already. Hopefully they'll be able to fix that car up. 1 car coming in, that's Alex Peters. He's already dropped to the 17th position after starting 10th. Kyle Corbett dropped back a little bit. He's now 23rd. He's coming on in. Dusty Neal, Riley Spurley-Tube also coming on in. Friesen's not going to repair that car. If you remember last season with Carter Friesen, he was the guy that went up into the air here at Richmond. There was a big crash, a couple flips, and Carter Friesen basically went over like 2 cars or 2 trucks last season after hitting the edge of the safer barrier down there into turn number 1 after Spurley-Tube kind of spun across the track. So Friesen, Richmond not going well for him. He has damage. Cars down pit road. Alex Peters taking a good old time on pit road. Neal's coming back out, so all those guys are fine. Cody Smart has taken the car behind the wall for his start and park section there, so he is out of this one, parking that car. Ryan Butcher, Matty Porta, Diego Yepes, Eli Bright, and Irving Allison, your top 5. Couple guys came down pit road. Let's go ahead and see what happened to Carter Friesen to bring out the first caution. Coming out of turn number 2, 3 wide. Carter Friesen just pinched in the middle, right behind Mathis Wells, and he's going to dive it into the corner, runs right into the back of the 72, and he's going to back that 85 into the outside wall. Some heavy damage to the back of that 85. It's going to be hard to see there as we're on the back bumper of the 72 car. 3 wide behind him, a bunch of Chevys beating and banging around. Carter Friesen goes around early on in this race. He brings us to the first caution of the day here at Richmond. Lights on the pace car have gone out. Ryan Butcher up front. 1 car must have gone down pit road. There's a bit of a space there. 1 car on the apron. That is Eli Bright. A flat tire on the 28 as well. He must have drove over some debris, but that's pretty much going to take that Texas Star Racing 28 entry out of this one. He is up to 4th, but a flat tire on the 28 is going to cost him. Ryan Butcher, Matty Porta, Diego Yepes, your top 3. Bright would have been 4th, but now it's Irving Allison, Sebastian Kukulon, the 65 of Stephen Wallace Jr., Gatlin Downey in the 35, DJ Gibson, Colton Lane, Brandon Morrison. I think Jay Jefferson will be your top 10 as they roll around, but that's heartbreaking to see. Eli Bright, a past winner here, flat tire on the 28. They're going to have to bring that car down pit road. Ryan Butcher, though, trying to win this race. It's very hard to get around the leader here at Richmond. We'll see what will happen. Butcher, Porta lead us down. Green flags back in the air here at the Goodies Fast Relief 400. Already Irving Allison going to be the aggressive one. He dives to the inside on Diego Yepes. Stephen Wallace Jr. basically moved Kukulon out of the way with his GDI partner in Gatlin Downey back there. Foster trying to make a move. I believe Morris picked up a spot. But now Porta trying to attack Butcher as they come off of turn number 4. This could be a battle for the race lead brewing up into turn 1 if Porta can get there. But they are fighting for this front spot now. Porta looking to the inside, not going to get there, but Butcher trying to hang on over him. All over that back bumper is that 20. Allison and Stephen Wallace Jr. clear into 3rd and 4th. 5th is now Diego Yepes, but Butcher, the driver in the race lead, he's running a bit higher line, trying to hang on over Matty Porta as the field rushes off of turn number 4. Eli Bright is back out. He is 1 lap down in that 28 car, so that's going to pretty much take his day and any chance at a good finish out for that team. He's going to have to hope that we see some chaos like we've seen in the first few races here. Further back, there's Jay Jefferson in the 48. He is a driver to watch because he's a 2-time winner here. His first 2 wins in the NSDCA coming in this series. One coming at the truck race, the inaugural truck race. The other coming at the inaugural Mountain Dew Custom Series race here. What is this? This is the inaugural Cup race here. This is a driver that could possibly go for the clean sweep if he can win today here in that 48 car. But the way this season's gone so far, I don't know. It's going to be a miracle for him to get up front, try to win this event. Onjack going to the inside of him. Tib Foster up there in the 40 moving on up, but looking back up front. Butcher in the race lead. Porta pacing right behind him in 2nd. 3rd, Stephen Wallace Jr. 4th is now Brandon Morris, who has really been surprising this year. A lot of people said Yepes would be the leader at Butcher Gatorade Motorsports, and he is right now. He's 4th in points. Caution is out yet again, so another one on the backstretch. It looks like that is Dwayne Rockefeller in the 51 rounds. Joseph Srigley might have got a piece of it. Cody Goforth has damage. Larry Hagan's off the back as well, so another caution on the backstretch here. So too early here, 14 laps into this one. So they're going to come on down pit road. But as we were saying, Morris 7th in points right now. He's made the chase in the trucks before. Maybe he's trying to do it in the Cup this year, but doing a great job for that 55 team. This is where these are the parts of the track that you'll be able to possibly take the lead from. Pit road, the pit strategy is going to get you spots. And Ryan Butcher, he has to hope that that SBR team has some good has a good pit crew under that 83 team this week because they could pick up some spots. Friesen also has some damage, so Carter Friesen might be out of this one yet again. We're going to come on down, though, and take a look at Ryan Butcher as the team's going to go to work on that 83 car, and they're probably going to go, I think, 2 or 4 tires. I don't think 2 tires would really matter at this point. It's 15 laps in. We haven't had too much green flag racing, but it will be 2 tires for most of the field. Ryan Butcher will lead us out, though. It looks like 2nd was the 20 of Porta, 3rd was Foster, and the rest of the field coming on out here at Richmond. We're going to go ahead, get a replay of what happened to bring out the 2nd caution of the day, get you guys back to the action here at the Goody's Fast Relief 400 at Richmond. This incident here, pretty much a chain reaction. The 51 turned by the 27 into Kyle Corbett, and it's just a bunch of cars flying in. Carter Friesen gets a piece of it. Eli Bright rushes on through in that 28, but on board with Kyle Corbett, a bit of a better angle here. You see Rockefeller in the 51 on the outside. The 27 to Goforth is just going to hook him. Corbett nowhere to go. Heavy hit into that outside wall, and the day is done for that Tony Zhang Motorsports number 75. But a couple guys, couple Chevys hooking together. A big hit there for that 75, the 95, and more. Cody Goforth being hit down the back straightaway. More guys going and spinning around. But after this big incident here in the opening stages of this race, we will go ahead for our 2nd caution of the day here at Richmond at the Goody's Fast Relief 400.
Hey everybody, Mike McDowell, driver of the Loves Travel Stop Ford Mustang for Front Row Motorsports. Just want to send out a special thanks to all you out there that are working so hard to keep America moving. We know that the world's crazy right now and things are trying and we know that this is a difficult time, but we're so thankful for you guys that continue to stay on the road and keep us going. We know it's not easy and you have family back home and friends and we just appreciate it so much. There's so much that we take for granted that we realize right now that without those trucks going around the country, we wouldn't have any of these supplies. So thank you guys very much. Keep up the good work and we appreciate it.
Back life here just a little early at Richmond. Out in front is Ryan Butcher after those pit stops. Eli Bright will be leading us down. He, though, this 28 car is now on the tail end of the lead lap. He just came into pit earlier, so he's not too far behind on the tires right now. So he's hoping for a quick caution. Could put him back on the lead lap if he can stay ahead of Butcher, Porta, and Moore. Butcher sits first, Porta second, Foster third, Gibson fourth, Yepes fifth. Onjak up to sixth on that pit stop. Morris seventh. Downey is eighth. Ninth is Austin Murray from the back to the front. And 10th, Stephen Wallace Jr. 11th, Jay Jefferson. 12th, Mathis Wells. 13th, Bowers. 14th, Curtis. 15th, Kukulon. 16th is DeLello with some front-end damage, it seems, or that's the paint scheme. Burkhart, 17th. Edson, 18th. Neal, 19th. Eves, 20th. 21st, Irving Allison. 22nd, Colton Lane. 23rd, Hagan. 24th, Strigley. 25th, Alex Peters. 26th, Riley Spurlitube. 27th, Aiden Smith. 28th, Cody Goforth. 29th is Eli Bright. 4 cars out of this one so far. Green flags back in the air. Bright trying to hold on and lead this one around. Stay on the lead lap. Onjak's going to look to the inside of Yepes back there. And Bright's going to walk it up the track just a little bit. But Butcher walks it up. Here comes Porta to the inside. This is the battle for the race lead. And here they come down the back. Porta on that inside. Not going to happen. Butcher sends it in. Foster now on the outside. Porta coming down pit road. There might be an issue on the 20 car. An oil leak on Matty Porta's car is going to take him out of this one. And now Foster in second. Gibson third. Morris up to fourth. Onjak now on the outside. There's Murray. There's Jefferson moving their way up. A lot of guys coming from the back to the front today. And Gibson now looking to that second position, going to fly past Foster. That's for that second spot, and here comes Gibson. Now Morris in that 55, looking to the inside on Tib Foster. That's for that third position. Jefferson's going to move Murray to up the track, and Jefferson now in the top 5. We said Richmond is his place, and the inaugural races of a series at Richmond is what he's won before. Can he do it again? He's up to that 5th position in that 48 car. And look at Mathis Wells in the 72. He's up to 6th for Smart Motorsports. What an underdog performance they're seeing today in that 72 car. But Jefferson, he's now up to 4th as he's making a pass on Foster. He is upset. This season has gone so poorly for him. There's Porta coming back out. Please do not pull a Bob helipad here at Richmond in that testing session in the trucks last season. Porta's going to come out right under Jefferson, but he might be able to either clear Jefferson. 2 cars into the wall. It looked like Edson and Spurlitube went all the way up the track and into the wall. Maybe those two ran each other into the wall. I don't know. Butcher out in front. Jefferson has cleared Porta. Now he is 4th. Porta is a lap down. Dusty Neal's going to slide up and into the wall back there. And Stephen Wallace Jr. turned across the track by Carson Bowers, and they're going to stack up. Eves is in it. Colton Lane's in it. And Alex Peters are in it. Big crash on the back straightaway here at Richmond in the opening laps. Lane now behind Alex Peters. Matthew Eves' car is torn up. Aiden Smith on the bottom there. But Stephen Wallace Jr., heartbreaking for them. We're going to have another caution. Rack and stack them back up. 24 of 105 complete. Coming close to the 1/4 of the way through this event. And now everyone trying to organize themselves. Do they pit? I think you do pit here. If maybe not if you're Mathis Wells, but at the back, you might have ran over some debris. But looks like the field's going to split in half here on the pit strategy. We were only about 7 laps removed from the last pit cycle. So Wells brings them down. Foster, Curtis, Murray are in. A lot of drivers actually coming in, probably going to top off on fuel. We'll get a report of that coming in. But Eli Bright, we said he's out of this one. He's back in it, stayed out last time by. Now he is back on the lead lap as he was able to stay ahead of Ryan Butcher on that restart. So the 28 back on the lead lap. DeLello is in. They're coming in. Colton Lane, heavy damage to that 05 car. And I'm probably thinking 2, maybe 4 tires for some. Downey's taking 4 there. So we'll get the pit stop report for you after this as Eli Bright moves into his pit stall. But Carson Bowers turns Stephen Wallace Jr. and takes out a good portion of the grid of pit strategy going half and half here. We'll get you guys a replay of what happened. Bring you guys back to the action after this. So this isn't what brought out the caution, but Spurlitube drove it in. Him and Edson almost into the outside wall. Nice save from both of them. That's what we saw earlier. But Stephen Wallace Jr., Carson Bowers are going to get together here. 3 wide as SWJ's in an Angiato sandwich and gets turned by Bowers across the field. Alex Peters nowhere to go and trying to get to the outside. Eves and Lane pile in pretty hard. A damaged up 05. On board with Matthew Eves. You see the spin up there, and he's just trying to get through it. And if Alex Peters didn't hit him, he probably would have. But those guys collided up front, blocked the track in front of Eves. A big crash here down in turn number 3 after a couple guys get together. Stephen Wallace Jr. and more involved in this one. Take you guys back to the action after this here at Richmond.
Ultimate performance. Ready to race. Ready for fun. Visit Traxxas.com or your local hobby store to experience the fun of high-performance RC from Traxxas, the fastest name in radio control.
Back live at the Goody's Fast Relief 400. Ryan Butcher in the race lead. DJ Gibson second. Brandon Morris third. Jay Jefferson fourth. Matty Porta fifth. Sixth, Kukulon. Seventh, Yepes. Eighth, Burkhart. Ninth, Irving Allison. 10th, Edson. That is your field right now. As they run, actually, no, Matty Porta is one lap down, so forgive me for that. Kukulon fifth. Yepes sixth. Burkhart seventh. Irving Allison eighth. Edson ninth. And Dusty Neal sits 10th, Strigley 11th. Everyone back here took 2 tires except Eli Bright, who took 4. He also got Carson Bowers into him on pit road. They didn't repair the damage on that, but he's going to try to fight his way back through. Ryan Butcher, 28 of 105 complete. He's led, I believe, every lap this race so far. So Butcher in that 83 trying to bring this one home. Green flags back in the air at the Goody's Fast Relief 400 at Richmond. Down the front straightaway, you saw Irving Allison already making a move. He got into Dusty Neal under that last few laps there. Morris now making a move on Gibson. That's for second. Kukulon wants to get around Lapper, Matty Porta. That is for that 4th position. Or not for 4th position. That's for no position. But just to get in front of Porta for any future restarts. Now Kukulon is clear of Porta. He has a sight set on the top 4. Jefferson watching Morris and Gibson go at it up front. 2 drivers who have come back from injuries this season. Happy to see those 2 back in the field as Jay Jefferson now up to 3rd. Look at Joseph Strigley in the 63 car. He has never scored a top 10 in the NSDCA. He's always driven for himself, except for, I believe, 2 or 3 races in the CFRO 90 in the Mountain Dew Custom Series in the final races of the Season 4 of the Mountain Dew Custom Series. But Joseph Strigley has never scored a top 10. His closest finish is 11th in the MDCS. His best finish outside of that, I believe, is 19th in the trucks and Cup here this year and last year. So right now he's fighting inside the top 15, trying to get himself a top 10 run. Looking up front, though, Morris has his sights set on Butcher. This could be a battle for the race lead brewing up. Jefferson 3rd, Kukulon 4th, Irving Allison up to 5th as Gibson has dropped all the way back to 6th. Morris trying to make a move here on Butcher as they come off of the corner. Jefferson out in front. We're going to do a quick flyby as the field comes on by. A lot of drivers are out of this one. You see Colton Lane's out. Matthew Eves with damage. They repaired that 47, and he's continuing on, but he's really slow with all the damage in that. Battle for 4th now. Irving Allison trying to get around him. Gibson and Kukulon now at it. Dusty Neal up here in that 94. He won the last short track race, and you know what he had in the last short track race? Some left side damage. He has right side here today. Maybe that's twice as lucky for that number 94 car. Diego Yepes in the 77 moving his way towards the front. He's made his way almost into the top 5. Jacob Edson has come from the back to the front, but that might be more pit strategy, staying out under that last caution to get some track position. He's going to get in to Mathis Wells there. Peter Onjak, though, is a strong short track racer as well. The Anjado team, they got a win this year with Peter. They got a win this year with Tibb, looking for his second one this year. But Carson Bowers looking for his first. He's pretty far back as well. The only drivers to win at Richmond in the Truck Series have been Dodge drivers. Jay Jefferson won the inaugural Richmond race. He sits in 3rd. Further back, I believe Jay might have gotten another win here. I forget who won Season 2. I believe it was another Dodge driver, though, and I know Carson Bowers won last season. So under the next break, I will fact check that as Jefferson's going to go for second on Morris. This is the battle for that second spot. Ryan Butcher trying to pull away, but no matter what, TSR 3 wins here at 3 wins confirmed here at Richmond. Dodge has had 4. They are pretty much unstoppable here at Richmond. He's trying to go on and take the win here now as Morris is going to be cleared for second. Jefferson up into second, and he is hard charging towards the front, trying to catch up to Ryan Butcher. Irving Allison 4th, Neal 5th. Onjak now looking to the inside of Porta. He's going to rough Porta up, getting by him. He dove it in there, trying not to waste any time. Looking further back, Larry Hagan moving up some spots. Curtis back there. Spurley Tube's ahead of a few people. That's nice to see. Eli Bright is moving through the field in that 28 car with that damage. Tip Foster's dropped back, but he has played some pit strategy there. I believe came down under that last caution. So he does have those 2 new left side tires, trying to get himself back through the field. Strigley's dropped to the back right away. Aiden Smith has damage. Matthew Eves has damage. But up in front, it's all Ryan Butcher right now as Jefferson is trying everything he can. He's going to be pushing for this race lead there in that 48 car. Coming on to lap 40 of 105 here. It's been a chaotic opening stint, but it looks like we're getting some green flag racing now. Butcher in the lead, Jefferson, Morris, Allison, and Neal, your top 5. Talking about Irving Allison real quick, another driver who's had just horrible luck this year in the trucks, just like Jay Jefferson has. He right now, though, sits 32nd in points. Horrible. Absolutely horrible for Shade Burkhart Racing for full-time entries there in that number 82 camp in the trucks. He's right now 4th here, showing some speed, showing some potential. Maybe these races in the Cup, he doesn't have to worry about trucks. This could possibly get him into victory lane or get him some momentum heading into the truck races in the coming weeks at South Boston in just, I believe, 2 or 3 weeks' time. Battle for second starting to heat up. Morris is all over the back of Jefferson. Might have gotten him loose there as they're going to go side by side for that second spot. Morris back to the bottom, trying to defend those Toyota boys up in front. But Morris now going to try to clear himself into second. Looking further back, Gibson's cleared, but Onjak's up to 7th. He came down under that last caution, took left side tires because he took 2 on the opening stint. So now Onjak is trying to perform up here. Porta's trying to get his lap back. He does not want to lose too many points. He's right now 26th, 1 lap down in that 20 car. Looking further back, Mathis Wells right there. There's Burkhart moving his way through. 14 points over Dusty Neal in the point standings. I don't think coming into this year you would have predicted any of that top 3 being in the top 3 in points. Neal and Goforth chasing Brady Burkhart right now in the point standings. But Brady is up in the points lead, 14 points over Neal. Neal's right now 5th. Burkhart is running in the battle for 11th, so he wouldn't lose the points lead. And Cody Goforth has damage in that 27. So I think he's going to be struggling this race. He's 23rd right now. But Burkhart running very well for the Tunity 99, trying to extend that points lead, wants to win the regular season title. Because outside of last season in the Crown Royal Truck Series, the first 2 years, the regular season champion went on to win the title. Blake Maurice in Season 1, Diego Yepes in Season 2. Burkhart trying to pick that tradition up, I guess, of winning the regular season title and the actual championship itself. He's right now fighting down Mathis Wells. That's for a move for that top 10 position in that 99 and give him the top 10. His charge to the front. Continuing on. Onjak having some problems with the 20. Irving Allison's lost 2 spots to Neal and Gibson. And there you see Matthew Eves in the 47. The Toyota driver, Ryan Butcher, is his own team and the satellite owner for his satellite team. And Morris is on Butcher Gatorade Motorsports. They helped get a strategy. There's Morris is on the apron. There's a spin up front here. It's Aiden Smith in the 95 going around. Morris had to take some evasive action. Was there a caution for it? We're going to have to see. Yes, there is. There is a caution out, and that will bring us to a yellow flag to end this opening stint. Or this long stint of green flag. Eves gets set up in the middle, but you had to think, would Eves have blocked Butcher, helped Morris? What's the way there? Probably helped Butcher, but that is Butcher's driver back there, and they are freaking out back there. Burkhart's trying to get on through. No damage, thankfully. They didn't stack each other into each other. I don't know what they were doing, but Porta and Eves heading on down. Butcher's going to have a field day with how far of an advantage he got due to that restart, but everyone else coming right back together. This should put everyone back on the same strategy, but it looks like it's heavy damage to the 95 of Aiden Smith, some more damage to that team, but it will be Ryan Butcher bringing that 83 down to the attention of his pit crew there in that 83 car. And 4 tires, probably going to be the move here. You've ran about 20 laps on them. You could make a bit longer without having to pit, but it is a caution. May as well come on down, take those 4 tires now while most of the people are going to be together. And there he goes. He will lead us back out in that number 83 car. Butcher is the first car back out on track. Jefferson up to 2nd, Gibson 3rd, Neal 4th, Morris with a slow pit stop. He's going to drop very far back in the 55. There's an issue on that car because he is nowhere near the top 10. Kukulon slow on his pit stop. And Morris still hasn't come out. Where is that 55? Is he still on pit road? That he is. He's last with Irving Allison. I don't know what he had to do, but that 55 is now last out of the full-time runners, and that's heartbreaking. For Butcher Gatorade Motorsports is Brandon Morris. Irving Allison also dropping to the back. But a few guys have jumped up to the front. Jay Jefferson now second. You got Brady Burkhart and Larry Hagan inside the top 10. Mathis Wells, Austin Murray is well up here. The field being shook around. Porta and Eves going down pit road. That's great to see. We won't have lap cars in the way of the leaders on this restart. But Ryan Butcher, Jay Jefferson, the fastest two on pit road. We'll bring you guys back to the action here. 50 of 100 complete. Most likely going back green about halfway. Let's go ahead and take a look and see what happened to bring the third caution of the day. Looks like Aiden Smith. Another incident today is the 95, Aiden Smith. He's going to slide up into Cody Goforth. They're both going to spin coming off of the corner. A pretty basic spin, though, will bring us to the fourth caution of the day. Two guys just getting together, cooking it up at the back. A synchronized spin. Both cars damaged here at Richmond. Back live at the Goody's Fast Relief 400 at Richmond. Ryan Butcher, Jay Jefferson, DJ Gibson, Dusty Neal, Brady Burkhart, your top five coming back to green. 52 of 105 complete on to lap 53. Halfway through this one, Jefferson's going to look for the race lead immediately. He's not going to wait around, and that's going to be pushed by Gibson into the race lead. Contact there. Here comes Gibson to the inside as Jay overcooked the tires, and DJ Gibson is going to go to the point here at Richmond. Stole the race lead away from Jefferson and Butcher. Neal up to second, and Jefferson drops back to third. Now, Hagan and Onjack making a move to the inside. Jefferson's clear. He has to get down in front of Hagan, though. But Dusty Neal all over the back of DJ Gibson in that 94. Jefferson thought he had the move done on the restart. Gibson just pushed him in too hard. He went in too fast. He's going to drop a spot to both Gibson and Neal from the race lead. And now Butcher from the race lead. He's going to drop back 6th or 7th maybe. Just ganged up on that restart. Neal a bit slow. That damage might be costing him because here comes Jefferson back to the inside. And you know he's not going to play nice with DJ Gibson if he can catch back up to him. But look at Peter Onjack in that 44. He's up to 5th. A very fast Onjato 44 there for that team as Jefferson does not let Dusty get out down in front of him. Jefferson's going to clear into second coming off the corner. His sights now set on DJ Gibson. Looked like a car was in the wall up there. A black car was real high on the track. One car down pit road. That is Zachary DeLello in the 57. No, nothing there on him, so I don't know why he's down pit road. Neal now jumps to the inside of Jefferson, getting help from Onjack. Larry Hagan in the 21 moving that car into the top 5, but Jefferson's going to drop back. Now Peter Onjack in the 44. Does he have a chance to win this race? We still have a long way to go. But Gibson has absolutely pulled away in that 53 car. Larry Hagan and Mathis Wells now looking to the inside of Jefferson. Murray sideways coming off the corner. And Butcher just has not been able to get to the bottom. He's dropped now to the 8th position. Going to lose another spot to Curtis here. That could be 9th. So Ryan Butcher's race win goes up in smoke for that 83 car. He's dropping very far back. Jefferson now trying to hang on over Larry Hagan. That's side by side for 4th. Mathis Wells is going to throw it 3 wide almost there as he's trying to get himself into the top 5. And Jefferson had a great restart and it's all going away for him. Ryan Butcher and him, the big losers here. But DJ Gibson for the SKF 53 Zachary Racing. Could he come back and take that race victory? Ran very well at Road America last week, and now he's out in front, leading here at Richmond in that 53 car. A lot of drivers are out of this one. 26 left on the track, only 23 on the lead lap. Peter Onjack now clear into second, trying to chase him down. Neal clear into third, trying to chase him down. Jefferson and Butcher now fighting, I believe that's for the 7th position on track, and Jefferson's dropping even further back. Austin Murray has made a charge through the field in that number 91. Larry Hagan, though, just out in front of him. Murray on the back of that 21, though. That's the battle for that 4th position. But Murray from 31st up to the 5th position in that Johnny Lightning number 91. Great to see a new sponsor in the series and running so well. But you got to give a shout out. Mathis Wells up in 6th for Smart Motorsports, driving the wheels off that thing. He never really made races in the Mountain Dew Custom Series, and now he's up in the top 10 in the Sundrop Cup Series. Jefferson could not get down there. Kukulon forces him wide. Jefferson about to fall outside of the top 10 if he fights. If he cannot fight off Kukulon and Yepes here, but he's going to clear down into turn 1. He's going to settle in the 9th position as Curtis goes after Butcher. Wells under Hagan and Murray there up front. But Gibson, Onjack, and Neal, your top 3, they have pulled away a bit from the rest of the field. Onjack a little slow through turns 3 and 4 there. Wells up into 4th. Larry Hagan in that 21 up to 5th. He's had a sad season for Texas Star Racing. He's 18th in points, and right now he's fighting his way inside the top 5, looking to the inside of Wells. That's for the 4th spot. So Hagan using that short track expertise to get himself up front. And DJ Curtis, the first 2 races, 2 second-place finishes, was your points leader. That's gone out the window as he now sits 12th in points after 3 horrible weeks. A lot of drivers trying to turn their season around here at Richmond. Gibson, Curtis, Butcher, Hagan, and Jefferson all pretty far out of where they should be in points. They're up now fighting for these top spots, but it's Gibson in the race lead, on Jack second. Dusty Neal chasing them. The big battle back here is Jefferson. He's already back up here. He and Butcher wasted no time making it past Murray, Kukalon, Hagan, and Wells. They're inside the top 5. Now Jefferson trying to hang on over that 72 as he's going to look to the inside of Butcher, getting a nose down under there, going to force his way under contact between the two of them. Jefferson is not happy about losing those spots, but Wells is going to get a run to the inside of him in that 72. He's going to have to try to defend that 72 of Wells, but Jefferson's going to go way wide through 1 and 2. Trying to beat Wells, trying to outbreak Wells, does not work there. But this is a pack of drivers having a war for about 4th on back, or 5th on back now as DJ Curtis has tried to pull away from it. And Hagan's going to jump back to the inside on team owner Jefferson. That is for that 6th position. He wants to get up there, get himself some points as well. Yepes back there in that 77 fighting. Ryan Butcher's dropping back. Jacob Edson, Irving Allison, Carson Bauer. So this pack's starting to really close together as they start fighting up in front. Jefferson now is going to clear himself, it looks like, into that 7th position as they run. But Yepes is on the back of him in that 77. We've seen battles between these guys for 6 years here in the NSDCA, and it's still not slowing down now as Yepes all over the back of the 48. Butcher's going to slide wide as Burkhart's going to jump to the inside of him. Couple guys sideways coming off, really wheeling those cars. Austin Murray's dropped back. Irving Allison. Tim Foster struggling near the back. Eli Bright, heavy damage to the 28. Riley Spurleytube's in it. Joseph Strigley's in it. And we got another caution here with the back guys at Richmond. It looks like Gibson, Onjak, Neal, they're going to try to make it around. It doesn't look like anyone else is going to be damaged up. Joseph Strigley, heavy damage to that 63 car. The spoiler's gone from the car, so I don't think he's going to be able to continue on if there's no spoiler. Maybe there's a spoiler. I can't tell, but it looks like there's no spoiler on the back of the 63. That's some heavy damage there, but a torn up 63 car. They're going to have to take a lot of parts off of that car to get it going. Riley Spurleytube's in it. Cody Goforth's in it. Eli Bright's in it. Zachary DeLello's staying out. Matty Porta's staying out. Their lap cars, so they have to. But that's another bit. Hagan and Yepes are going to stay out. They are going to go for a crazy strategy. It's been about 20 laps. Fuel window's probably around 40. I didn't see how long it is, but it is a short track, so it shouldn't be that bad of a fuel window. We'll see how this will go. Eli Bright, they take that 28 car down pit road, and he is out of this one. But it looks like 2 and 4 tires. That's basically the strategy here. You're going to have to go for 4 tires as they come on around. Gibson is going to beat him out, but no, Peter Onjak will be the first one out. Gibson, it looks like Neal, then Curtis. Butcher's going to drop back a bit, but he was back there already. And there's the race off of pit road for all of those drivers. We'll go ahead, get a replay of what happened. Looks like the second big one of the day strikes here at Richmond with the back guys. Going to be going back racing with under 35 laps to go here at Richmond. An incident similar to last season in the truck race. Riley Spurleytube, Eli Bright, they're going to make contact heading into the corner. Spurleytube's going to hit the end of that safer barrier and flips him back out, spins him around, flips him over. Spurleytube gets nailed in the driver's door while flipping over, continues to race this car. Joseph Strigley has heavy damage from that. Eli Bright has heavy damage from that. And Cody Goforth all damaged up. But Spurleytube, amazing the safety in these cars to keep Spurleytube out on track. And he even drove away from that after sliding on his roof for so long. But you see Strigley on the bottom. Goforth comes on in and just did not slow down, runs into the back of that 63. So we got some cars torn up here at Richmond. Bring guys back to the action after this. Back live at the Goodies Fast Relief 400 at Richmond. Larry Hagan in your race lead. Diego Yepes in second. Those two stayed out under the caution. DeLello is a lap car in between. He is 20th, so that means there's 19 cars on the lead lap right now. Peter Onjak in third, DJ Gibson fourth, Neal fifth, Curtis sixth, Jefferson seventh, Wells eighth, Butcher ninth, and Edson 10th. Those guys all came in. 4 tires for everyone that came down pit road. 1 car on the apron. Tib Foster, a tire issue on the 40 car now, and that is heartbreaking for Tib, who was having such a good day, such a good run, at least fighting inside the top 10, top 15, and a tire goes down on the 40 car as they pace on around. But Larry Hagan, Diego Yepes going with the crazy strategy up front. Green flag's going to be back in the air as we go back racing here at Richmond. Again, just about 32 laps to go. Onjak already going to make short work of DeLello. Those fresh tires might help Peter in that 44 car as he's going to dive to the inside. On DeLello has a big run on Yepes. Gibson now coming sideways off the corner. Neal, Curtis, 1 car's around at the back. That's Gatlin Downey sideways. No one's going to hit him if they can save it coming down here. That's going to be another caution, though. That will be another caution. That'll save Hagan and Yepes from losing a lot of ground, losing a lap maybe. Jefferson getting shook around back there with Edson and Wells. Stop pushing on each other, guys. Don't spin each other. Edson and Wells not too happy with each other as Edson puts Wells into the wall. But most likely here, there's no choice. Hagan and Yepes better come down pit road this time because this is a saving grace for them there in that 21 and 77. And they are going to stay out there. Foster's coming flying in. He's going to slide into Hagan and then take to the grass. Love the INIs here at Richmond. But I think he's going to stay on the lead lap. The caution came out early, and he will. He should remain on the lead lap. So that is a lucky break for Tib Foster. He'll stay, I believe, inside the top 19 right now, and he will stay on the lead lap because the caution came out before then. But that tire went down luckily for him. Hagan and Yepes, they're committing to this strategy, but I just would not trust that right now. Onjak blew past DeLello. They're going to have to come in soon for fuel anyway. So I don't know if I can really give the strategy to them, but we'll see how it'll play out. There's still 30 laps left. Anything can happen. So Hagan and Yepes out in front trying to hang on over Peter Onjak. You got Gibson, Neal back here as well. No one's going to pit. They just came in. Foster, though, lucky that he was able to catch a quick caution early. He will be on the lead lap fighting there in the 19th spot. But with Hagan and Yepes, Onjak, your top 3, we're going to go ahead and take a look at Gatlin Downey's spin on the back straightaway. Pretty simple thing. We saw it on the live feed. Gatlin Downey's back here just after this restart. He's going to get hooked by Brady Burkhart, spun around on the back straightaway. No one else is going to hit him, which is great to see. A clean spin, but Downey backwards on the back straightaway brings us to yet another caution. Back live at the Richmond International Raceway. It is the 21 of Larry Hagan in the race lead. Diego Yepes second. Onjak up to third. DeLello is a lap car, but Gibson sits fourth. Neal fifth. Curtis sixth. Jefferson seventh. Butcher eighth. Wells ninth. Carson Bowers 10th. Hagan and Yepes still on that alternate strategy there. 19 cars on the lead lap so far. Eli Bright, Colton Lane, Alex Peters, Stephen Wallace Jr., Kyle Corbett, Carter Friesen. The 51 of Dwayne Rockefeller and the 02 Cody Smart have retired from this event. Coming back to the race lead. Green flag's back in the air. Hagan jumps out into the race lead. Yepes trying to hang on over Onjak. Gibson to the inside. They're all going for it into turn 1. Jefferson and Butcher on the bottom of Curtis. But it is a scramble for the top spots here right off the bat at Richmond. Onjak trying to hang on. Hagan trying to hang on in that 21 out in front as he remains out in front. 1 car wide. That's Mathis Wells that's gone wide there. Now Gibson. Can he get a move to the inside of Onjak looking into turn 1? Jefferson looking to the bottom of Neal. Gibson's going to get there. He's going to make a move for second. He wants to be the first guy in line with those fresh tires. And he jumps to the bottom of Onjak. That might shove Onjak out and wide, but Gibson is fighting for all he's got there in that second position. Neal now getting shoved by Jefferson, Butcher, and that conga line on the bottom as they're going to move past Onjak. Now Neal looking to the bottom of Gibson. Hagan's tires might be slowing him up a little bit, but it's not like at Memphis with the strategy with Tib Foster. Now Neal is going to put himself into second. There's a spin on the back straightaway. No caution. Looks like maybe Srigley, but there's smoke on the back. Neal now going to move Gibson out of the way. That is Dusty Neal up to second as Hagan continues to lead, but here comes Jefferson and Butcher right back on that inside line. It's a mad dash on this restart. And look at Carson Bowers. He's a previous winner here. He won last season in the trucks. He's making a move towards the front, up into the top 5 for that Aflac 25. But Hagan out in front. Teammate Jefferson in second. Butcher third. Will Jefferson be able to make a move around Hagan? And here comes Jefferson right on the back of Larry, looking to the inside. Butcher's going to try to get to the bottom all the way as well. Shoves Jefferson into the corner. JJ in the number 48 to the race lead here in the closing laps at Richmond. Butcher second. Look at Carson Bowers. Where did he come from? Twice this season at Auto Club he showed up at the end. And now at Richmond, he's trying to win it once again. Butcher now looking to the inside on Jefferson. That's for the race lead as Bowers right on the back of him in that 25. He's making a move. Look at Mathis Wells in the 72. Can they get Smart Motorsports' first win? Hagan's remaining there in 5th, but Wells all over the back of Bowers. That is the battle for that second position, or 3rd position now, as Jefferson and Wells going right on by there together. Bowers now looking to the bottom of Butcher. Can Angiato get 3 wins to start off the season with 3 different drivers? Wells is to the inside of Jefferson. Mathis Wells trying to get himself a race win. Look at Austin Murray up here. A lot of drivers fighting for this top spot. Bowers is there, but Wells is all over the back of him in the 72. Butcher goes wide. Jefferson's going to have to back out. And Mathis Wells in the Bang Energy number 72 is looking for the race lead here in the closing laps. But Bowers going to power on that outside line. He goes wide. Here comes Wells. Here comes Onjak. They're 3 wide for the race lead at Richmond. Onjak on the bottom. Wells walked it up the track. Now Onjak to the race lead. Jefferson's going to shove Butcher into Bowers. They're spinning. Big crash here. Morris is in it, and they're wrecking in turn 4. Neal is around. Drivers everywhere trying to make it on through. Jefferson moves another driver, and now Onjak leads Wells second. Jefferson up to 3rd. Big crash down here. Morris is in it. Bowers and Neal are in it. Butcher's in it. Crazy scenes there. They were going 3 and 4 wide. Do they pit? Do they pit here? Do they have enough fuel? Did the team owners run the numbers, and do they have enough fuel? Does Larry Hagan have enough fuel? And Yepes, they must, because they haven't pit yet. I don't know if it's going to pay out for Hagan and Yepes. They're already dropping pretty far back in the spots. But Ryan Butcher, your pole sitter, has been turned. Carson Bowers was in it as well. Dusty Neal with damage. And those last few laps were absolutely insane here at Richmond. Morris's day is done. A torn up 55 there. He's done. But Onjak sits in the race lead. Wells second, Jefferson 3rd. And we're going to have to look at that because if you remember, Jay Jefferson is on probation with the NSDCA after Memphis. And it was for 2 weeks. And this is the 2nd week of that. So we're going to have to see exactly what happened. It looked like from our camera angle, Jay got into the back of the 25 or the 83. But they were 3 wide. We'll have to take a look, analyze the footage. But we'll see. But Jefferson is up in 3rd. Wells 2nd. And Peter Onjak has snuck his way into 1st. Morris, they're going to try to repair that 55. I don't think they're going to be able to. But a chaotic last few laps here at Richmond is going to set us up for a late race restart. Let's go ahead and see what happened to bring out the caution, though, here at Richmond. A lot has happened in the last few laps. One thing we didn't catch, Joseph Strigley was turned around by Tip Foster, nosed it into the wall, continued on going. He was at the back of the pack, so no reason to throw a caution there. But Ryan Butcher is going to come down on Jefferson. They make contact into Bowers. It's going to be a review on that 48 and 83 contact, but it doesn't look like Jefferson was the reason behind Butcher really getting in there and hitting him. We're going to slow it down here, and you see Jay's pretty much running that inside line. Butcher came down maybe a little bit, but he bounces right off of Jay, and he's going to spin into Bowers, and that's going to pretty much take those two out of the running up in front. So the NSDCA will probably get further ruling on the Jay Jefferson incident. On board with Jay here. You see that 83, you know, he comes down the track. I can't see Jefferson getting in trouble for that, but, you know, we'll just have to wait and see as this race progresses. Dusty Neal also spun around. Brandon Morris had some contact in there. There was a lot that was happening under this caution. Downey trying to get through. Morris gets hit, and Downey and Kukulon try to slide around. They both slide into that inside wall, but Downey continues on. Cody Goforth runs into yet another person who was pretty much slow on the track. But Ryan Butcher here gets tangled up with Jefferson, Bowers, and more. A big crash here to end, to get to the end of this race. We'll see what will happen in the closing laps here at Richmond. Back live here at Richmond for the final 13 laps here. This race has gone on its head. We had some exciting restarts there. Some guys 3 wide for the race lead. Onjak trying to hang on over Wells, Jefferson, Murray, and Edson. We're coming back around, coming out of turn 4. Green flag is going to be back in the air. Who's going to win it here at Richmond? Wells gets a great restart on the 44. Can he make the move? Jefferson, though, is going to dive to the inside. He wants this race win badly as he goes to the bottom on Wells and shoves Wells out of the way. Edson up into the top 5, all over the back of Austin Murray. But Onjak's going to pull away. That 44 car might be too strong now that Wells... Onjak's going to walk it up the track. Here comes Jefferson in the 48 to the bottom. He has a run off the corner. The rivals from Season 1 heading down into the corner once again. This was the battle for the first race at Richmond, and Jefferson is going to take the lead in the closing laps. Onjak threw it into 4 wide. Jefferson, your new race leader. Onjak in second. Edson into third. Now Onjak, those tires might be cooked. He might have cooked them too much because he has walked up the track twice out of 4. Jacob Edson in the 82. Can he get up there and win his first race in almost 3 years as he dives to the inside of Onjak? That's for second. Wells back to 5th. Gibson holding strong in 6th. Don't forget, the NSDCA has a green-white checkered rule. That means if a caution comes out where it would end the race under caution, we could see this thing go green. We're guaranteed at least 2 laps of green flag racing to end the race, and now Jefferson is just hoping and praying that those guys can keep it clean for another 10 laps because he might be home free. But now Jacob Edson in the 82 chasing him down. He's going to go wide through 3 and 4 trying to send it on in. Wells to 4th, Murray 5th, looking further back, looking through this field. Not many cars left, but we've seen, even with just a few cars on track, you could still end up in the wall, spinning someone out. This is a short track race. We've seen tempers and fenders flaring today. Jefferson in the race lead over Edson, Onjak, Wells, and Gibson, your top 5. Curtis now in the 5, looking to the inside of DJ Gibson. But this group of guys is aggressive. Porta's a lap car. He's up to 23rd. He was 26th earlier with all the crashes. He's moving up. Ryan Butcher in that 83. He's still has speed. He's in the top 10 with that damage of a race car. But Jefferson out in front. We said it. He won the inaugural race in the Mountain Dew Custom Series here, in the Crown Royal Truck Series here, and now he's trying to win the Cup race here and sweep all 3 series of one race for the first time in NSDCA history. Edson in second, Onjak third. They are fighting there. Edson in this 82, he's a 2-time winner at Las Vegas. Las Vegas was not on the Cup schedule this year, so he wouldn't be able to be the first one to win in all 3 series at the same track. But Jefferson is out in front, 6 to go at Richmond here for that 48 car. These guys, this pack right here, this is where it's going to happen. If Hagen or Yepes possibly run out of fuel, they're fighting. They're fighting for top 10 still, so I don't think the strategy's too bad. Foster's up to 11th, saved from that tire, flat tire by the caution earlier, but we have a lot of cars left. Top 3 now starting to close on in. These are all Season 1 drivers who were good back then. Jefferson, Edson, and Onjak. This is a throwback right here for the top 3 fighting for this win. Wells was all over the back of Gibson back there. We're not going to even bother with those guys further back. This is the top 3 battle, and Edson is trying to close in. Jefferson in the race lead, 4 to go for JJ. Edson in that 82 is closing. He's been closing in just ever so slightly. Onjak's starting to lose some time. This top 3 are gone, though, as Jefferson in that 48 is in the race lead. Coming through 3 and 4. Coming around, 3 laps to go for Jefferson. He just wants to see that white flag at least, but he wants to see the checkered even more. 3 to go here at Richmond for JJ. Edson in second in that 82. Onjak in the 44 is on the back of him. Edson's falling back. Jay, do not throw it in. He's going to go a bit wide. It's going to cost him. Edson's down pit road. Edson, is he running out of fuel in that 82 car? This could be another fuel strategy race to the end, but Jefferson's out in front. He doesn't care about fuel. He'll run this thing on fumes if he has to. He's a lap away from a race win. Into 3 and 4. He wants to see the white flag flying in the air. Jefferson in the race lead. He's going to come across the line. Is it white? Yes, it is. 1 lap to go for Jay Jefferson. He won in Season 1 of the Mountain Dew Custom Series at Richmond. Caution is out. That's the end of it. Ryan Butcher's in the wall. That's the end of it. They took the white. The caution flies coming through 3 and 4. Jay Jefferson in the 48 is going to bring it across. He's going to win at Richmond and break the bad streak he's had this season. Jefferson wins it at Richmond. But we said he has won now all 3 races in 3 series at Richmond, and he's won the first race every year at Richmond, And Jay Jefferson, the caution comes out a lap too late for Onjak to get a chance, and Jay wins it. He's going to lap the field at the end just because he wants to and smash the car into Curtis. That's fine. That's not canon. But they're all flying. Oh, Lord. The race is over. That's not canon. You didn't see any of that. They're all fine. Jay's going to do his burnout. Edson in the 82 runs out of fuel. He's going to end up finishing in the 17th position. Heartbreaking there is... yeah. But it is Jay Jefferson in the 48. His torn-up race car is going to be repaired for the burnouts. I don't care about your continuity. He wins at Richmond, breaking his streak of bad finishes of heartbreak for TSR, and 3 years he's going to win at Richmond, the winningest driver at Richmond by far. Congratulations to Texas Star Racing's Jay Jefferson and that 48 team. They bring it home in first at Richmond. That was an exciting race, some short track racing. The short track's always chaotic, always a lot of torn up race cars, and the fans getting a little upset at all the torn up race cars we've seen. I think Richmond, though, it was more about just that short track, close racing, trying to dive it into corners, trying to make moves, and that's really what it was about here at Richmond today. Jay Jefferson comes home with the race victory. A long streak of bad performances this season is going to get him on top. Peter Onjak comes home second, came up just short again at the short tracks. Jacob Edson runs out of fuel at the end. Heartbreaking for that 82 team. But we had a lot of underdogs up front as well. You had Mathis Wells coming home with a 4th place finish. You got Tib Foster coming home with an 8th place finish. Dusty Neal coming back to 10th. DJ Gibson 6th after running strong today. Austin Murray driving through the field. But Carson Bowers, the last car in the lead lap, his drivers ran out of fuel at the end. But that is a great win for Jay Jefferson. The caution coming out a lap later probably was what saved him there. He would have been fine leading the race to the end, but it probably calmed his nerves that all he had to do was just race back to the line there, and that's pretty much it. So Jay Jefferson comes home with the victory. A lot of underdogs up front. Mathis Wells, Onjak, DJ Curtis, Brady Burkhart, some of the guys in the top 5 and top 10. An exciting race, and a last lap pass, last restart pass by Jay Jefferson gets him into victory lane here at Richmond. We thank you guys so much for tuning in to the Goodies Fast Relief 400 at Richmond. And next week, I believe, we go to Steelback, I'm pretty sure, for the Cup Series, which is another short track race. Thank you guys so much for watching the Sundrop Cup Series here on the NSDCA. And we will see you guys next time on the NSDCA.